Alain Delon and Jean-Paul Belmondo in one frame instantly summon an era when European cool felt untouchable and slightly dangerous. You can almost hear traffic outside a Paris cafe and the low murmur of drifting conversation around them. Look at the way their bodies angle toward and away from each other at the same time. There is friendship here, but also rivalry, a sense that they are companions in mischief, yet always testing the other man. Cigarettes become props, halos of smoke floating like punctuation between shared jokes, little clouds that briefly hide whatever they do not want the camera to read. This is the generation that turned trench coats, sunglasses, leather gloves, and casual indifference into a cinematic language audiences learn by heart. Delon offers feline stillness, all cheekbones, and withheld emotion, a kind of watchful silence that keeps everyone guessing. Belmondo counters with a rough charm, restless energy, and a face that seems to grin even when it does not move, as if life itself were one long, surprising punchline. They came from different backgrounds and were shaped by different directors. Yet for audiences, they belong to the same imaginary gang, the poets of crime pictures and romantic trouble. Their characters drift through beers alleys and boulevards, always half in love with danger and half amused by it. The image captures that myth in relaxed miniature, two men leaning on invisible stories only they fully understand. What makes the moment linger is not fashion or fame, but the hint of something unscripted. You feel the pause between takes, the assistant director calling for a short hold while lights are adjusted somewhere just out of frame. For a heartbeat, they are not legends, simply colleagues sharing a smoke and a fragment of gossip. Later, the scene will be legendary or forgotten. But this tiny interval of ease stays strangely intimate. For anyone who discovered classic French cinema late at night on a flickering television, this kind of photograph feels like recognition. It explains why those films burrowed so deeply into memory. Two friends, rival spirits, partners in screen rebellion, pausing together on the edge of another invented adventure. You do not need to know which film this comes from to feel its charge. The posture, the smoke, the half smile tell you everything essential. Cinema sometimes works like that one frozen instant, becoming a doorway into an entire lost decade of attitude and possibility for dreamers everywhere. Looking at Delon and Belmondo, chain-smoking, effortless, and famously flawed, it makes modern Hollywood stars look almost too polished and manufactured. Do you think we have lost the definition of real masculinity in cinema? Or were these men just selling us a toxic fantasy that we are better off without?